All right, folks, from the inside out with Ronnie on the spot, Chris Curtis and the Sandman. So here's the get down. I'm going to talk about somebody in the peanut factory. And you know, this is my fault because I bit, you know. So I get some Canuck clown fly by night motherfucker getting at me, my regular number, because I don't hide it. I mean, you can get at me. It's in my website and all of that. Getting at me and acting like the broke Canadian that he is, and he wants a book. I told him, don't worry about it, man. I got you, right? And this was like a month ago. Okay. So I'm not going to go down and try to mail this and pay all that money to mail this book. Then I got to buy it and mail it and do all of that. What I did was just got on Amazon and ordered an author's copy sent directly to him. Right. Well, there's a couple things that go on. I get author copies cheaper than what they ask for the book on Amazon. Okay. So I bought the dude the book for it to be delivered, but when I order an author's copy, if you order it and you pay the Amazon price for the book, you get it really quick. If I order it through an author's copy, it's cheaper, but it takes a long fucking time. They do that on purpose, right? So he gets all sideways, upside down, got his panties up his butthole, pussy's all in a bunch, everything else, right? And just calls up, starts talking crazy, right? And I tell him, look, you communist son of a bitch, you know? Yeah, fuck you and your hockey team, right? Um, Try to do that dude a favor. You know, I understand there's people out there with anger issues and all of that, but I don't got to hear them. You don't get off crazy on me for trying to do you a solid, right? And not only are you behind a keyboard and all that shit, all right, Google Voice and all the other crap I'm learning about, you're in fucking Canada where a guy with a felony couldn't even go over there and get with you if he tried to. He'd have to run across like the Rio Grande, you know, through the snow and the moose and all that other shit, dodging moose turds and everything else, right? Just to get over there. I ain't never been that angry to run like that through the fucking mountains to get to a motherfucker. I've been mad, but never that fucking mad. So, you know, at first I was like, fuck that, man. Fuck that. I ain't sending books to nobody no more. That's fucking shit. But that's just me. That's just my first initial thought on shit. My responses to stuff is more thought out. And so, you know, it's just this, man. If I tell you I'm going to do so, oh, yeah, by the way, I got back on Amazon and canceled that order. That book ain't going nowhere. Where that book's going to go is to somebody who appreciates it, you know, and understands and needs it, right? Oh, he needs it, but he don't appreciate it. And fuck them Canadian motherfuckers that are unappreciative anyways. They got this entitlement mentality because they got this garbage thing called free healthcare. That's why I'll come over here to get the healthcare, right? Theirs is free. Yeah. Yeah, you know, so is a garbage can. You know what I mean? All the garbage in it because you get what it is, man. That's a fucked up healthcare system. And he's a communist. So, you know, I got over that in a second after I canceled it and whatnot. And, you know, just decided that, you know, and look, the whole one of the major parts of my fucking nonprofit is the giving of these books to people that need them. Mostly the incarcerated, but there are a lot of people out here who need them too. Like that cat in Canada, a Canuck, right? That communist, that loser. Look, Canada wouldn't even be a country. It'd be China right now if it wasn't for living next door to the badass motherfuckers from the US of A. It's our military that allow them motherfuckers to exist because they exist between us, our mainland here, and Alaska. We protect them, right? Because if not, I'm just going to tell you, and they know it. They fucking know it. If it wasn't for us, China would have been done moved in there. You know, they don't. China own that motherfucker. Russia, China, and who knows what else? Kim Jong Un and all them motherfuckers, right? So, anyways, it got me upset. But I've met some good Canadians too, man. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not brushing all of Canada the same way because of this one dude, right? I've met some really, really good Canadians, man, that I got love for, right? But the difference between him and them is that they didn't act like him. There's the difference, right? It's a big difference. So anyhow, anyway, we let me tell you about this cat that he killed himself today, okay? And I can't even put myself into the mindset of somebody that does that, and I'm going to try to, okay? And even though me and him just had a little bit of a falling out, right? That guy's got family members. He had an old lady, he had a mom, he had this, you know what I mean? So, and they got feelings, right? I could hate that dude, and I wouldn't get on here and say a bad thing about him, you know? And the reason I wouldn't is because I know that he's got family. I don't know the extent of his family, but I know he has it. I know there's some hearts that are hurting behind it right now. Why would I want to fucking open that wound right there? Anyways, but then there's these other cats that immediately went to a live show about him, right? Oh, by the way, can you donate? Oh, by the way, can you donate? Oh, by the way, can you hit me with a nickel? How about a $5, goddamn pistol shot or something? Who knows, right? But and that's Dubs and Gummer, Dumb and Dumber, fake and fraud and full-time broad. That's those cats. That's what they do. I don't think that you can find enough scum in the barrel to reach a point and a level of how low those dudes are. They are disgusting. And I'm going to hear it from the peanut gallery from the rest of the disgusting motherfuckers, but fuck you. I'll just block you off like I've been doing because I just don't need it, right? I don't need it. Um, anyways, they're going to exploit that, man. Number one, anything them cats put out trying to pass the hat in that dude's name, don't do it. They're worthless. They got no fucking morals, no scruples about them. I mean, they rob the mentally ill. They take stuff from the mentally ill, and now they're going to exploit the deceased without any regard for the family's feelings. They give their, oh, he was a friend of mine. Bullshit. He just dropped your fucking paperwork, you rat. Where do you think I got shit from? He wasn't your fucking friend. No, you were just another rat in his book, and you were somebody he was proving it on. So don't get up there and whine and get your fucking starfish all puckered up and what a good friend of yours he was. Fuck you, he wasn't your fucking friend. That's just that, man. And he had a pretty good channel. I watch a lot of these channels, man. And his was pretty good. Sometimes he come at you real and all that, but he sure wasn't no friend of Dubs, and he wasn't no friend of Gunners. So when they come at you hat in hand, talking about what a friendship they had, they're liars. And anything you donate to them and give to them ain't gonna go to that dude's family to help do anything. They're liars. I'll tell you what, don't send nothing to nobody. That way he don't get exploited, unless it's his mom doing the thing. His mom gets on there, that's a different story. These fucking winos and these fly-by-night motherfuckers on the YouTube Yarga, fuck them. They're just trying to exploit a fucked up incident.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid
All right.
call.
You gonna hook up to
charge for this call.
Yeah.
To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
You there, big dog?
Hey,
Yeah, I think you're on there right now. I think you're coming through on it. But in any event, let's hope you are anyway. So say something for me.
how you guys doing
Yeah,
down there?
you're coming in good. Hey, let me ask you something. Go ahead and tell everybody who you are. And you've been down for a while, man, and what your situation is and whatnot, and give these cats some idea of what's going on.
All right. Oh, well, my name is Kennel Harris. I'm down here at the CHCF, the California Healthcare Facility. I've been down since 1986. I've been probably about 5 different prisons. I've been in a level 2 prison since 1995. So I got almost 40 years in it on a 15-year life sentence.
God damn.
And I reiterate, I've been in a level 2 prison. since '95. That's over 30 years. So, and right now in 2023, I put in for resentencing, and just Friday, this past Friday, I went for an evidentiary hearing, and as we speak, the judge took the district attorney's information, my attorney's information, and all of the information that they utilized for each of their arguments, and the judge took it into submission. Said he'll make his ruling soon. So
Right.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting on that. My journey could be over. I pray and I'm hoping with everything inside of me that is the case. I've been in prison almost 40 years on a 15 life sentence. I mean, it's hard to explain.
That's crazy
it
is
doesn't
what it
make any
is. It's wild, man, that they
Yeah.
kept you that long on just a 15 to life sentence. When I've seen cats that got double life without plus 40 with a 22,000 year twist and go home in fucking 12 years, you know? It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And
Right.
let me ask you something. I want you to do this for me, Kennel Ray, because I got you on here, right? And cats get on here and they say this about me and that about me. And I tell dudes, I say, you know what? When I tell somebody I'm gonna do something, I do it. Even if me and that motherfucker don't get along and we got an argument, had a falling out, I do what I say I'm gonna do. And and that's without regard to ethnicity or anything else. I'm kind of past all that. And do you find that to be the content of my character after having dealt with me in the amount of time that you have?
Ronnie, I met you through a guy who connected us for the right reasons. But and he was trying to get some things going himself, but he was going about it the wrong way. You advised him correctly. He introduced the two of us for that very same reason. But he was going about what he was trying to get accomplished the wrong way.
Right.
You advised him, I advised him, and he decided that he was going to continue along the path that he did. So, with that, whatever the falling out was, it had absolutely nothing to do with what you shared, what I shared, or the nature of or the content of your character going forward. You told him at that time, when you and I first came into contact with one another, that you were going to do something for him, and you've done just that. From the time I met you, and you met me over a bowl of mush, in a sense, but we connected, and everything that you've told me you were going to do, you've done. And that's coming from a man who has absolutely nothing to gain from the things that you're doing. You're actually going out of your way to help people. And I've spent a lot of time in dialogue with you, and I've come to find that
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
you absolutely stand on what you say. You show up as you say you're going to show up, and all of the things that I've seen from you in this time has been for the benefit of others, not yourself. So one of the things that I know, Ronnie, I've been in this environment for a long time. And one of the things that I know for certain is that guys gossip more than girls do, especially
Right.
under these circumstances find ourselves. And if you allow yourself to get caught up in that, then you're actually stagnating yourself or you're going backwards. You can't allow a guy's opinion of you, because most guys, a lot of guys in here give you an opinion. It's not based on anything coming out of your heart or coming out of your character. It's based on you not being what they want you to be. You know, there's this environment has changed. Guys go in here and share with the police everything that's going on in here, everything under the sun. The first time you don't do something that they want you to do, or you don't conform to something they want you to conform with, then they'll put dirt all over your name. Don't worry about that, Ronnie. You're doing a beautiful job. You're doing a beautiful thing for the community out there as well as in here. And I know that you work yourself to death, man. Some of the time, when I'm trying to contact you, you answer and tell me, hey, Ken, call me back at such and such time, and you're still going at it when I call back. So, whoever, to the audience, whoever's listening, this man is a good man. I'm telling you, with his 40 years behind me, I just with that designation, I fit OG category. I've been on the main line for 40 years. I ain't been to Park City, no none of that. I've done my time on the main line. I come from Old Folsom. I cut my teeth in Old Folsom in the 80s, the killing fields. That's where I come from. And so I'm not going to co-sign nothing that I don't find to be up front. So you guys, whoever is listening, you take that for what it's worth and ride that out. Or you can, go with the bullshit that's going on inside of here. Those are
Well,
thoughts.
Ray, here's the
Fail.
thing too, is these cats are going to come to get to know you because I mean, we know you're going to get out. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, and you're going to step out of that fucking joint right there. And you're going to come be a part of the entire nonprofit thing that's going on. And there's a lot of facets to it. There's the podcast, there's the going back into the prisons with group, there's the helping the homeless and the people that are wayward on the streets. There's also the raffles and the sweepstakes. And then there's also the breeding program, which I have several. I just got the fifth female Cane Corso, and she's the daughter of a international champion, actually, just a beautiful dog. But there's the breeding program, and you'll be stepping out to a
Yeah.
spot. You know what I mean? To a spot. You be able to pick the one you want. And here's the thing about Kennel Ray, and I'll tell you guys this right now, man. Like he said, we met over a bowl of mush. Somebody who needed to learn their own lesson, their own way, had to do that. But the best thing that came out of our fallout and everything that I had with that guy was that he introduced me to Kennel Ray. And a lot of good has come since then. And we've had a dialogue and I got his back no matter what. And when you get out, Kennel Ray, the thing is this, you'll be able to pick whatever segment. I'm going to lay it all online right there before you. You know what I mean? You got a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. I'm going to lay it all down and I'm just going to say, this is what I got going. This is where it's at right now. And why don't you just tell me what you think best suits you and you plug yourself into that spot? And I'm going to let you run with it, brother, because I know one thing is that whatever it is you pick up and run with, it's going to blow up in a big way and it's going to do good. It's not something I have to stay on top and watch and make sure you do the right thing. No, you're going to take that thing and turn it into something big. I already know. So the man of that word that you know that I am, I'm telling you right now, you're going to get out and you're going to get to pick what part of whatever I got going on that you want to grab a hold of and build it into whatever you think helps us all. All right. That's right over the live wire. That's a contract. With my words, a
Okay.
contract.
Hey, Ronnie, and there's no doubt about that. So listen, I thank you for that. And let me respond to that. I want to say this. I've been telling you for quite some time now, man, that you and I have the ability to change the world. You have the ability yourself to change the world. But like I said, and I believe this wholeheartedly, you have to be very selective about who you bring on board and put in a management position for a multitude of reasons. You remember what happened with your program. You remember what happened with my program.
Yep.
And it's all from attempting to help other people out. Okay, you're in the right sphere. You're doing all of the right things. But you still have to surround yourself with the right people, first and foremost. Once we get everything off the ground and up and running, then you can be a little more free with, allowing people to come on board. But this is probably why it's stressing you out right now, because you have to do everything yourself. You shouldn't have to. So, but I understand it, Ronnie. But look, I tell you this, I truly believe with everything inside of me that we're going to change the world. I believe that. My outlook is you're already doing it, Ronnie, but let me share this with whoever's listening. My whole get down right now is about making amends, about atoning myself, about giving back. living into the man that I was born to be, living into the man that I was taught to be. I made a number of mistakes in my life that put me in this situation in the first place. And I want to get out that because I'm in my mid 60s now. And the thing I want to do before I leave this earth, man, is I want to make amends.
Yeah.
I believe that through my life's experience, I have the ability to change the course of the lives of many of the youth that are walking around out there clueless, that don't realize that they have potential. They have it and don't even know it. See, my focus is on bringing that younger generation into the light.
Well, Ray, on that thing, because that may be something you want to do. Because I'll tell you, I'll share with you something I've been working on right now. Been setting up with social services and everything, right? And what I'm setting up is that ex-cons who have changed their life and changed their way that come out. These kids that have been through the adoption agencies and stuff, and they've been in foster care and they've turned 12, 13 years old, and they know they're not going to get adopted and they're starting to act out. Well, we go in and we
This
can relate
call
to
and
them.
your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And somebody calls that's fostering a kid like that that's starting to go the wrong way, and they call and they say, "Hey, can you send us someone?" No matter where at in the US, we want to be able to send somebody there that's been through the system that can sit that kid down, spend some time with him, and kind of it's big brother with a tattoo. You know what I mean? Big brother convict style, right? And I'm setting that up right now. And you know what? On the reality is that man, I'd like for you to get out and just step into spearheading that. I am in touch with social services right now. It'll be a small thing when you get out, but you can make it a big thing.
Ronnie, that's right up my alley.
Yeah,
That's
we'll do that.
right up my alley. We'll make that national.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make that national.
Yep.
There's no doubt. And bigger than that, Ronnie, we all have some people come on board that are world renowned.
Yes.
I know people that are world renowned that will come on board for that, along with the doctors.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'm going to join up with you, even from in there. You don't got to wait to get out to spearhead this. You're in a management position from right there where you're at. Start working that out. You give me some direction on what you want to see happen, and I'll make sure I start laying the foundation for that so that when you step out, that thing's already starting to be built. But we're going to work on that together. That's going to be the thing we do. I knew there was a spot for you from in there, and that's big. And I think, you know what? So whatever you work on that, Kennel Ray, because whatever you bring to the table on that, I'm working on it out here.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Hey, I need you to send me an updated, you can get it off the internet or it can be pages, but an updated version of bylaws.
Got you.
So I can I'm going to want to write the bylaws right now for the organization and put the program into writing.
Perfect. And give me a call back tomorrow afternoon, all right?
I got you, brother. Hey, man, thank you so much, man, for allowing me to spend this time with you and whoever it is that's listening. Hey, and I'd like to share with the listeners, man, you guys be diligent about calling in and getting your voice heard. Share your ideas. Share some of the things that you want to do. Be strong about it, about giving back. It's the nature of what we're trying to do. We've been through the system. Despite all of that, we have learned from this. And we like to give that back to the community. So please be part of this. Come on, join on.
Okay, so he got cut off right there. His time was up. He'll call me tomorrow. But you know what? That's great because this is what I mean by opportunistic, all right? But now I'm using that opportunism in a more positive light, in a more positive fashion, right? I look for areas to exploit the positive, accentuate the positive, right? He calls in, he's a good dude, man. He's trying to go home. He's never went to SNY, never checked in, did any of that. Okay. Stand up fucking dude. Black dude, real good dude. Like I told you, I judge people by the content of their character now. That's who I am. It's who I've become. And guess what? When I look who I've become in the mirror, I'm proud of it. Yeah, I talk a little shit and get on here and yuckity yuck and all that back and forth. And I call Dubs names because if the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe didn't fit, it wouldn't bother him. But that's neither here nor there. The reality is my whole life is set around helping other people, man. And them dudes in the joint know that when I tell them I'm going to do something, I do it. So this conversation's coming, and I didn't have any plans on. I've been wanting to do something with him. Now, here's this little thing I'm starting right now with the convicts across America to help these kids that are in adoption foster homes that aren't going to get adopted out, most of them, and they've gone through the system their whole childhood life, and they've got some really screwed up things happening. And they're just not listening to Bill Gates or, you know, Bill Clinton or any of the other ones. They don't want to hear them squares. They're already past that. You know what I mean? But they will listen to somebody that's been through it because they got bullshit radars that's just off the fucking chart, them kids, man. But somebody walks in and they know right away, yeah, that cat's done some time, man. I can tell by the way that stroll he's got and all of that, the ink, whatever, they can tell a regular. And they'll listen to him. And I know that convicts who have gotten out and straightened their life out can go in there and save a kid here, save a kid there, save a kid there. And you never know who you're saving, man. When you keep that kid from going to prison, you set him on track. He may one day in the future be the kid that invents the thing that changes the world. Like he said, change the world. And if you save that kid, if I get in there, my program saves a kid like that, and he goes on down the way and invents something that changes society and changes the world forever, I affected that fucking change when I saved that kid, right? So that's the program I'm getting going and everything. And I righteously will have him run that from in there because I want Kennel Ray to feel good about the stuff he's doing, and he wants to give back in a big way. And I've been wanting to get the right thing to mesh with him on. And that's it right there. So you see how it works. There's an opportunistic fucking get down right there to where it all just came into play. It just happened. So on down the line, we're still doing the podcast, and you're with me a year from now, 2 years from now, and that cat's getting ready to get out, but he's been in there running this whole thing, and you'll see because I'll keep you posted. And having him come on, tell you where the program's at from time to time, and you'll see it grow. Okay, that's what I mean by making the difference, giving back to your community. All right, I'm not doing a live asking you to donate for a person that passed away, knowing I'll never give you the money at all to nobody but me because I've been stealing shoes from mentally ill and all that shit. That's not my get down. I'll get in here and talk shit about them dudes. Yeah. Why? Well, because it makes a buck. Period. I'm never going to see old Dubs. All right. I'm never going to see old Runner. I mean, Gunner, Gummer, whatever the younger and dumber. I don't know. Whatever his fucking names are. I ain't never going to see them. So who cares if they're a rat? You know, they can feed each other cheese all day long. I don't care. And dun don't matter. There ain't nobody. So who cares? And if it's worth a couple $100 to talk shit about them, put them in tutus and pictures behind me, why not? You know what I mean? That money's going to come and help somebody who needs it because I really am giving back to the community, and I really do feel good about the whole thing, you know? Um, and I'm going to keep doing it. No matter what this podcast, where it goes, what it says, what it does, or any of that, man. There's the nonprofit part that doesn't come in. The only part of that the nonprofit has to do with this, with the podcast, is that every dime that's generated off of this goes into the nonprofit bank account. It owns this. It owns my book. It owns this. It owns all that stuff. And I draw nothing out of that. You know what I mean? Um, I'm a negative on that nonprofit, and I love it. You did? So life gets better for me. I'm living comfortable. You know why? Because I'm living good. Okay. This isn't what carries me. It's not. I live in a very nice $1 million home, you know, and I'm bragging. Yeah, you better fucking believe it. You know, got them all cut up from putting up kennels for the dog program for all the dogs and some badass champions. I got champion bloodline. Why? because good things happen to people who do good things, right? People who just don't. I got a Diamond Empire, let's say out in Las Vegas, right? He doesn't give up breeding rights to people. He gave them to me when he heard what I was doing with these dogs for the nonprofits and the disabled veterans and the at-risk youth and the first responders and whatnot. He said, man, here. And he gave me a badass male, Cane Corso male, reverse brindle. And he is bad, you know. And then my ex-sister-in-law, Angela Clark, she runs Confidential Kennels, right? And she told me, you know what, Ronnie, I appreciate everything you've done. When you went down, you got out, all that you've done. And she goes, it's time for you to stop having to pay. Time for you. I know what you want to do. She goes, how many dogs do you want? I said, well, how many can I get? She goes, take one, take 10, take them all. You can have them all if you want them. I said, no. I just need a few to start my breeding program. So she gave me 5 very, very good ones. And then she just co-owned one with me. Okay. That is it is the daughter of an international champion, ribbons galore and all that. And this dog's a beast. And co-owned that with me with some things. And that was the reason she co-owned it, is that I'm going to train it. And then her and her friend will show that dog, and that dog will pull medals, pull ribbons, right? Once that name is up there with that dog, and my name of the whole breeding program is now up there, having won with this dog. She'd tell me, Ronnie, you know what? We'll breed that dog then with your male. We'll split the first litter. She goes, and you take every litter thereafter. Okay. And the reason, first of all, because she's good people. That's one of the reasons that she did this, is that she's not a foul individual. She's good people, you know, and she knows I'm trying to do something good for the community. And so she wants to do that too, and she's doing it through me, you know. So and that's gonna go. I mean, you say, yeah, you're breeding dogs. Well, hold on a minute, because you don't know what happens to them pups. Them champion pups are going to the disabled veterans and first responders. Why is it going to them? Because I want some of them guys that are in wheelchairs to be able to have these dogs that they can only watch on TikTok up till now. They're going to have these champion papered dogs. And then I want to start a program where they're able to go and show these dogs from their wheelchairs, and we'll set up a curriculum for it. And then they get to go, like you see at the AKC and all of that, and show their dogs from their wheelchairs and all of that. And they get to train them. They get to do everything with these dogs and have a sense of pride. And they own these purebreds. All right. Nothing, I don't have nothing bad to say about rescues. I got a rescue at home. My dogo is a rescue. Okay. She was on death row. They were gonna put the needle to her. I rescued her. And she's a purebred dogo. She's a $10,000 dog usually. And you know, she's got some flaws and she's a vicious motherfucker. That's just the bottom line. I have to isolate her by herself. Me and her spend time together, her and my wife. She stays in her bedroom. And when I let her out, she spends time with me. And I can't bring her back in if she sees a squirrel. She's got a prey drive that's just real strong. And once she sees that prey, all I can do is pray she comes home. You know, she's on it, man. It's beautiful to watch. But so that's my rescue. So I don't say nothing bad against about rescues. But those people shouldn't have to only have access to the rescues, you know, and I want them to have access to some of these protection dogs, some of these Cane Corsos, these bad motherfuckers, because the Cane Corso is a really, really, really good dog, family oriented and headstrong. But when trained right, socialized, and everything else, you can't get a better dog. That's just my opinion, but it's a good one. It's the opinion of a lot of people. They used to call them dogs of war, what the Roman soldiers did with them. They're from Italy. But in any event, so, you know, there's a lot of facets to what I'm doing to give back. You know, it's not just the at-risk youth. And then there's the nonprofit. So I am not a Dubs. I am not a gunner. You know, I am not one of them willy poo-poos. Um, I get up, I tell the stories, I tell you the truth. When I tell you I'm going to do something, If I don't do it, it's because I couldn't do it. You know, doesn't mean I won't do it. If I tell you I'm going to send a book to you, if it doesn't get there in a month, it's not because I didn't send it. It's because Amazon has taken a minute to do it. That doesn't mean everybody that can afford the book on their own to bombard me to get a free book. I don't have time to be sitting there ordering all those things. And besides that, a lot of the donations that come into my nonprofit, and it's on the website. Behind me, you'll see the website. You got our newsroom, I'm sure. That's our new get down right there with the Rider News Network, right? You can say Rider News Network, Real News Network. It's a RNN, right? It's got that sexy skeleton bird there too. Needs a bread cracker or something. Um, but anyway, so it's www.star2023.net. And you go on there and you can donate and do whatever. It's there, and know that all that money goes to a good cause. And it all goes there. None of it goes in my pocket. It's not my get down. It goes to a good cause. If it does not help convicts, I'll help a convict. The main ones I want to help first are the ones that are trying real hard to help other people. So I'm gonna send that guy to store trying to help other people. Yeah, I got no problem getting on there and hitting him with a couple hundred so he can go to store that month or whatever. But that's always out of my pocket. That's one of my credit cards, my debit cards, or whatever on my personal shit. Right. And I'm retired and I get a retirement check. It is what it is. Um, so anyways, that's where it's at. And I'm gonna go ahead and exit on out of this one right now. And tomorrow we know what we're gonna bring you. I think we're gonna send Dubs a book and we're gonna go ahead and show you that I'm mailing it because it can really help them. They need to go ahead and do some things in it, right? And it's been a pleasure.